Uh-oh. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Whew. Happy Sunday. I'm Katrina, the author of the book Krave. So, I had a little freeze on the camera there. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're here. Yeah, okay. So, I hope everyone had a great weekend. You know, I'm Katrina, the author of the book Krave. So, this morning, I had a couple things I want to discuss. Let me tell you a little bit about my weekend first. Weekend was pretty good. It was, you know, tossed around a little bit. The plan I had to take our granddaughter to swim lessons was changed at the last minute. So I'm gonna let that go. Anyway, so I hung out with Big Brother and we went to have lunch and had a small discussion and came back home, put the tree up, stuff like that. Later that evening hanging out with husband. So it's safe to say we had a pretty decent weekend. Now I'm up and I had it. I'm late because I actually went and got coffee. I need to go to the grocery store. Um, but you know, I would say it was a good weekend. It was a heartfelt weekend. A lot of discussion and what changing things in life, and so I want everybody to know that life is sweet, life is precious. Don't take for granted the people that love you and that you love on them, because you never know when life will start lifing and you have to readjust. Okay, so as I was uh, on IG, I look for different topics and see what's going on in the world. So I ran across, I'm not into the big football thing. You uh, I watch it here and there. You know, but I want to talk about the Texas A&M game. The police officer, state trooper, whatever you want to call him, the disrespectful gentleman. Well, can we call him a gentleman? No, I don't have a problem with police. Everybody know, you know, love men in uniform, love men in suit and ties. I love 401ks that comes with it. So what I want to say is, I watched the video this morning, and I watched it a couple times, to be honest, and I'm just I'm more confused. These gentlemen, babies, our children, they're our children. They're running into the little dugout, whatever you want to call it. See, I'm not that sports person, so you know what I'm saying. And I know all of you have seen it because it's viral at this point. And the way he bumped the gentleman, the kids, I don't say gentlemen, the kids, because they are kids, um, So as they were coming out, he was coming in, and like he purposely hit both of them shoulder to shoulder, right? And then started talking crap to number 8. First of all, you're a grown man. You're here to serve and protect. And the thing that pisses me off is because not all police are bad. They're not. I dated a cop a long time ago. His name was Gary. He was a great police officer. You only seen that bad side when you make the bad side come out. But he wasn't just randomly like just nasty. The way he treated those children, football players, it makes you wonder if it wasn't on camera, how would that have went? It's definitely food for thought. What is he doing when the camera's off to the children? to people, to us in general. What did they do to you? They're playing a game. Why are you so angry? And it could be too that if you're going through something at home, you bring it to work. And some people tend to do that. Whatever's going on at home, you leave it at home. If you're angry because they're winning, I don't know what to tell you, friend. But I'm confused. Like, you knew millions were watching. They just made a touchdown. You knew that camera was following them. You purposely did that. But why? And I'm not a fan of nobody losing their job because we all know we got mouths to feed. But at this point, you do something like that, I'm so sorry. But you should not be a police officer because if you do that in front of millions of people, what are you doing without the camera on? Why? Why would you do that? Why? Then you get sent home. But I'm so sorry. You need not to be a police officer. You're here to serve and protect. Didn't nobody jump on you, friend? Didn't you? And then what was that? The finger pointing, like you want him to come here, you want him to get on the ground? Shout out to his teammate that said, let's go. You don't have time for that. Why are we doing this? Why are we so evil? If you if you don't want this job, give it to somebody who wants to make a difference, who want to make a difference. You really didn't care that all those people was watching. I couldn't be your wife. Because oh, you're gonna have some serious issues when you get home with me. Really? That's what you're doing? So what do you do when the camera's off? You're here to serve and protect. And you wanted all the smoke with these boys. Did you wake up and choose violence as a enforcement officer? I'm confused. So that day was today. You wanted all the smoke. You didn't care who was watching. What does that say about you as a man, as an officer, as a father, as a husband, as a son? That was disgusting. You're disgusting for that. Them babies did nothing to you. And the thing that makes me so mad because we have so many good police officers out here. So many. And I'm not just talking about black ones, I'm talking about white ones too. So many nice ones, good ones. And you make them look so bad. And then you wonder why people get so scared when they're getting pulled over because you don't know if is today today. You know? I think they should make all police have therapy. I'm so sorry. That should be a requirement. Once a month, you should be able to go to a therapist to see, you know, how life is going and and what you're feeling and what you're seeing on the street and are you afraid? Because we all know a lot of these police didn't have friends, and I hate to say this, they didn't have friends, or they were bullied, and now they put the badge and the uniform on and got the gun on the hip, and then they're just rah rah. I'm the law. Half of y'all don't even know the law, and y'all police, and it's really sad. And everybody say, "Oh, he needs more training. He needs more." No, you don't. You know what you're doing. You're a grown man. You're a grown man. These are babies. We got to do better. We're all God's children. We got to do better. What are you doing? They did nothing to you. So disappointed. It really is. And it's and the all the good ones out there. some of them get treated so bad because of people like him. It's not fair. And I know life is not fair. I know this. But there's so many good ones. And just by him doing that, do you know what you did? Now every cop is getting this side eye because of you. You need therapy. Something's wrong that you can be so angry at these two gentlemen. You wanted smoke. You craved it. You craved it. Crave with a C. So disappointing. And it's the holidays. It's the happy time. This is happy time. Christmas, the lights, the gifts, Charlie Brown, you know, Thanksgiving. So now we don't know what this is going to lead to as far as you and your job. Me personally, I'm like I said, I'm not for nobody losing that job. But the only thing about that makes me nervous in the whole situation is, ah, what are you doing without the camera on? That's why I say you need to be reevaluated, you know, because mm, it's more confusing than anything, you know. How do we get to the point where we can trust y'all as cops? We can't really trust y'all. Like, I don't think so. Like, so now this is like, and and like I said, it makes you give them the side eye. But now it's like, ooh, when you see a cop, whether he's good or bad, it's like, go ahead, yo. Go ahead. Don't say nothing. And he could be sweet as pie, but we don't know. You understand? So it's you gotta make it make sense. Auspicious. Dude is always walking around them on live. He just does not care. Come on, friend, get your coffee and go upstairs. I don't know. I just think that did you see the video with the police officer? Yeah, the police, the state trooper, and the football players? You didn't see it? Oh, okay. Actually, I sent it to you this morning. So go upstairs and look at your phone. I sent it to you. I think I sent it to you. Hopefully I did. Well, anyway, I think it was so disgusting, so distasteful. How do we trust state troopers again? How do we, you know? And you know what? Is he a state trooper? Or he's just I think it was a state trooper or a regular police officer. But from what I've seen, because one time, all right, let me tell you about this situation. My husband wanted to go to what is it? That all you can eat place. I'm about to say Cracker Barrel, but that's not it. What is an all you can eat place? Well, anyway, we was on our way there, and a rock had hit the windshield. Okay, so, and I saw it come out the gentleman's truck, but it's nothing you can do about it, right? So let me see how. Okay, so we was on like on the fence about what we're gonna do about it. Like, so we called the police. So we was waiting for the state trooper to come. The police couldn't come because of where we at. Where we were sitting on the highway. So it had to be a state trooper. Okay. So the state trooper came in utmost respect. He was white. He's a gentleman. Hand wasn't on his weapon. It wasn't none of that. It was just, had to take my license, write my name. I told him he was going to see pink hearts because I'm a princess. But, made it easy. We laughing, joking. It was nowhere near disrespectful. And I've come to see that in Maryland, like some of the state troopers. Now, I'm saying this, and then next week a state trooper gonna get in trouble for doing something. I know I'm jinxing it, but nowhere did you see like the disrespect that was served on the field. We should be happy. It's Christmas, family, Thanksgiving, love. You be around the ones you love and make you happy. I don't know his family situation, but you better believe if I was his wife, oh, we would have problems. Because now, see, I don't think people get when you walk out that door, you represent me. I represent you. I need you to remember who you have behind you. And if you have a wife, a kid, if you have a wife, kids, a home, not a house, a home is a difference. We got grown people going on here. When I say grown people, I mean bills, car note, car insurance, mortgage, could be tuition. His big age, they got grown people shit going on in his house. And if he don't have a wife, kids, or whatever, maybe that's your problem that you're going home alone. I don't know your situation, but you got to remember whatever you do when you walk out that door, it affects the people that's standing behind you. So when you make moves and do distasteful things to people, it affects the family because now it could come off allegedly as you're racist. Because I don't get why you did what you did. Like, if I could talk to him, like, why would you do that? Are you mad? Were you angry when you came to work? And sometimes people, if you're angry when you're going to work, stay home. Stay home. You don't wake up and choose violence. You don't wake up and choose disrespect. Don't nobody want to deal with your bullshit. That's your bullshit. Don't put your bullshit on us. I don't know. I didn't like it. It's sad. And I mean, it's on everything for us. When you go on IG, it's just like every page is everything. Why don't we know his name? Well, is that going to be a secret? It shouldn't. Hey, you was man enough to do it. Be man enough to own it. All right, Gail. King, go ahead up there and interview and see what he was thinking. You ain't doing nothing. Anyway, it's a Sunday. It's gonna be a beautiful Sunday. I'm gonna finish working on my tree. So I got 3 trees. I know that sounds crazy, but I want one on every floor. So I have to work on the one on the second floor because the one that leads up to the top floor is done, and then the one in the rec room is done. So now I have to work on the main tree. So I'm excited about that. Husband gonna participate, even though he probably think he won't, but he will. So let's leave you with a little quote. Let's see. I think I have a little quote here. It has nothing to do with the topic, though. I don't think so. No. I just found a little quote that I found. I have a whole bunch of. Okay, let's go with this one. Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect. I say it again. Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect. Okay. So with that, I want you to have a great Sunday. Have a great Sunday dinner. Do your little start your Christmas shopping. Um, be kind to one another. Please, police, officers. Everybody's not a criminal. Everybody's not a criminal. So please stop. It's Don't you get tired of being mean and nasty? Don't you get tired of putting your knee in somebody's neck? No. Be kind to one another. Kindness costs nothing. Kindness will take you so far versus being nasty. And then you ain't gone viral. That one police officer. But, you know, We're all God's children. Let's treat each other with respect. With that, I want to say have a great Sunday. Take care of each other. Pick up my book, Crave at Amazon. Master Mercedes, Crave I Can't Breathe, and Crave My Girls. All right. Have a wonderful, 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 safe Sunday.